Roll call, please.
Glass.
Here.
Holder.
Present.
Hood.
Here.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes of July 10th, 2018?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please, on
Motion by Hood, second by Holder. Hood.
Yes.
Holder.
Yes.
Glass.
yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Treasurer's report, please, Todd.
405-822-22. Every bill that we have has been paid.
I move we approve the.
Anybody that wants to see the copy of the bank statements?
Second.
Motion by Hood, second by Klein. Hood.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Glass.
Yes.
Holder.
Yes.
Is there a motion to enter executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Hood, second by Holder. Hood.
Yes.
Holder.
Yes.
Glass.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Ready for number 8?
Mm-hmm.
Discussion, possible action regarding matters discussed in executive session to solar FX proposal. Anything?
Well, I think we need to say that we encouraged him to contact OG&E and get some preliminary information, start up.
And
I'm
then
excited.
get back with us.
Yeah, he's supposed to get back with us.
Any more? Subcommittee updates, discussions, design committee.
We had
Glenn. Is that where you're wanting to talk?
Yeah, but let's let Glenn talk on that.
I didn't realize it was still on.
Yeah.
Huh?
I didn't think it's still on.
And you voted yes.
Okay, as the design committee report, Glenn, can you tell us where you're at on the project?
Sure. I've gotten proposals from design consultants, including architectural, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, civil. I've got a kitchen consultant and a very small landscape consultant, and obviously structural and livestock and coordination. I've got to firm up some numbers, but right now everybody's fees total up to about 1.2 million, which is about almost 5% of the total project cost. I don't know if I'll get to 5% or not. In our initial budgets, we were carrying 6.5% for design fees, and I think, well, I know we're going to be less than that. But that's kind of where we are right now. And what that includes is the design consultants working through us. We would do the coordination of all those design consultants, as well as structural work and any livestock work that there would be, and making sure all that those different disciplines are coordinated with each other. That's the same scenario that we're doing at Cheyenne currently, and it seems to be working well there. But that's kind of where we are. Just if y'all have any questions about what that includes, what doesn't include. One thing it does include is one meeting a month during construction process, as well as probably a phone call once a week during the construction process. During construction, at that, what would be called an owner, architect, and contractor meeting would be a time to review pay applications for the contractor, investigate and inspect work in place, and handle whatever admin work needs to be taken care of at that meeting.
Sounds good to me. And just for information purposes, so the design committee has met and put together a total design. Now what these architects and engineers are going to do is come back, take our design and shore up the numbers, shore up the design, and put the final touches to the actual architecture, correct?
Well, yeah, you'll have basically completed and sealed construction documents to build off of. During the design process, we have allowed for 4 design meetings where we are meeting with the contractor and with as many members of that committee, not necessarily just the design committee, but the Alva Arena Authority, to be sure we have all the questions answered so that you can have input on the design process and be a part of it. The goal would be to come up with a guaranteed max price at about 80% of the construction documents. Timberlake would be pricing the documents throughout the design process, so that when we got to 80% complete, they would be able to provide the guaranteed max price for the project. That guaranteed max price would include any alternates we may have, so that if all of the money is not available at that time, we can easily pair off parts of that project. But the goal would also be to complete the design of the entire project and just be able to bid out certain parts as the money allows.
If we decided to go with this solar company or something similar to that, how soon would we have to, how would that impact the construction documents? How soon do we have to know?
I think we probably would not,
Okay.
other than potentially locating it on the site, and there would be some sort of a switching mechanism in the switch gear that came into the building that they would have to tie into. Unless you put it on the roof. Then if we put it on the roof, we would have to design the roof to carry that additional load.
Any other questions?
Right now, do you have an idea of any alternates?
Well, the big ones were the stall barn and
Oh, okay, like a building.
potentially the warm-up arena.
Okay,
You know, we originally started with the exhibition hall, which was not an option. I think everybody would agree with that. The arena and the livestock building, those are 3, I almost want to call them must-haves. And then the warm-up arena would be nice to have, and then the additional stall barn would be really nice to have. What we've tried to do is to find out, or to designate alternates that would make a significant impact on the overall price of the project. To change from carpet to vinyl tile, yeah, that's great, you put it as an alternate, but when you do it, you save, $25,000. That's not going to make $25,000 isn't going to make this project any easier or harder on the funding side. It's items that have a significant price tag to them. Does that answer your question?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't have anything else, unless anybody from the design committee besides Dr. Cunningham, anybody else have any questions? I'm good. I can talk a little bit about funding. We're still we're still pushing through funding mechanisms, still looking at federal stuff. Are sending out, putting in applications and talking to people, trying to find avenues to align us in with the right people to make our project viable for federal funding. Loan side, we're completely fundable. We're looking now is on the grant side. Several meetings coming up this month that will help benefit that as well.
August 20th is this second public hearing on the TIF. So we're still on schedule there.
What day is it?
The
20th.
20th?
That's a Monday.
Yeah.
Start first day of classes.
What is it?
Yes.
Do you need any help with any of those meetings coming up or anything? I mean, you know you can call with.
It would be super nice to have some people show, I think, for support on those meetings. Sometimes there's not many people there, but we've had great support and very, very
And
little
you're talking
opposition.
about like the August 20th meeting, okay?
Yeah, both the city council and the commissioners, there's two different timeframes that they can meet. Anybody that is available, it wouldn't hurt to show support, to show up at that time. I know there's a lot of time involved there, but
Is that the regular city council?
regular city
6:30,
council meeting and right after the commissioners meeting. Generally, they last less than an hour during those timeframes, but, and it's a public meeting, and that's where they're gonna see any public outcry that there is. And it's not about defending what we're doing, it's just if the general public wants to ask a question. Support would be the only reason to be there.
And it's about the TIF.
Yeah, but the TIF only.
So
Not the.
it's not the project.
Right.
It's about the TIF. Sometimes have to make that clarification.
Okay, any action on any of the committees? Any new business? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Holder,
Yes.
Hood,
Yes.
Cunningham,
Yes.
Glass,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.